For here, Saudi Arabia versus North America once again, folks. Let's keep it going. The winner is through to the playoffs and the crowd in the Lenovo Center. Let's see it happen. Falcons versus the Ultimates.
Lots of rematches here in Raleigh from Birmingham. Getting started here with game one, brought to you by Progressive. Winner to the playoffs, to the crowd days, CJ. Falcons and Ultimates about to get it going.
This is massive. It's a rematch from Birmingham, as T-Bait said. It was a 3-0 to the Ultimates there. Will history repeat itself? Falcons looking good, looking hot. Through to the 2-0 stage. They swept Dig yesterday. They beat Secret. The Ultimates, they've got the best form coming in out of anyone in the tournament, Jorby. That win over Carmine Corp was super impressive.
I mean, first killer and LJ, we were wondering when were they going to play well at the same time? Well, we saw what happens yesterday when they do. They were an absolute highlight machine. I think they had like 4 out of the top 7 plays that T-Bates had put together for the pre-show today, and Ultimates already were threatening the net right there in the first 20 seconds.
Yeah, I think Chronic was the huge difference in Birmingham stepping up, and it kind of surprised everyone. And then we saw already in Raleigh, at least day one, these guys are stepping up. It's LJ as well. The dynamic duo, the FK-LJ combo, Jorby, it's coming out hot.
Absolutely, and getting a benefit off of that missed touch from TRK. A tough spot. You're trying to get it over to the far side to your teammate. Got absolutely no power on it. Great job from first killer making TRK uncomfortable early.
Yeah, it's hard to get a read on Falcons. I think they had a pretty shaky first round 3-1 win over Team Secret. They weren't too happy with how they played, and then they did sweep Dignitas, but it was, I don't think Dignitas were really playing well either. I know Panda wasn't happy with how the boys were performing, so really tough to gauge how well this team is going. And so far, early mistakes coming through from Falcons.
Possession here. You talk about any kind of standout you have on Falcons. Killers yesterday against Dignitas was all over them. Falcons just got to play the game they love to play, which is full supersonic smash. And I think it's a little harder to do that against Ultimates that just have so much threat moving down the field. They can play just as quick. Here's a wide angle shot, almost found the mark. LJ missed the bump.
Yeah, it was a beautiful setup. They just had to get the shot on target. Not that time, as for a was no boost. They've overcommitted a touch here. TRK has to back off. Here's Kaliers, gives the ball up for now. That's a great touch from first killer. Look at the space. Chronic no boost. His first killer can go again. He rips it over. LJ, it's wide open. Where are they? Oh, there's the save coming in. LJ no power on the shot.
Needed something a little better, but first killer continues to produce. He was saying after yesterday as well, he's like, oh, the level you just saw yesterday, that's going to be the whole time. We're already seeing it early on here. Nice little flip out from Chronic. TRK racing back, trying to force Chronic off the ball. Chronic steals the boost, hard pass to LJ. And backboard is covered by TRK, no problem for Falcons.
In today's Rocket League as well, the mental side is so important. And the level, the individual skill of every team here at this tournament is getting closer and closer, better and better. So it's the little things. And right now, the Ultimates, it feels like you're in a great frame of mind. Sad Jr. has these guys locked in. They look connected. They look cohesive. And we're seeing it on the pitch as well.
Quickly to get the defense. A little awkward. Nobody got contact on the ball, excuse me. TRK will absolutely collect.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty free here. It's just no one back post. Chronic, another little mistake. He had low boost, or none in the tank at all. That's a freebie though for Falcons. Not much pressure off that attack, but they do tie it up.
Awkward goal here or there. TRK, the missed touch earlier. And this time, Chronic trying to bail first killer out on the goal line. Doesn't work out. Both teams still trying to find their wheeling, if you will. As the miss, I don't know, I can never tell if they're actually going for the sidewall double, if they're just, what the threat? Either way, Falcons find their way through. TRK, another.
Yeah, not sure what happened here. The clear was on for the corner. You could see the skim coming through. Rawas found a bump on LJ, and first killer just got knocked off ball. LJ's going to the corner for boost. Couple of mistakes from Ultimates. Falcons get the lead.
Always those, like, the little 50s that they try to take where they know the challenge is coming. It's like they want to hit, they want the ball to get hit into them. And there's such a fine line between you actually getting the touch and then it just being over your head like it was there from TRK.
Triple commit, Falcons in defense. That's what first killer can do. Really worrying the opposition. They do work it out. This is a great start here for Falcons so far. There's a beautiful pass top corner. That is precision from TRK.
TRK, 3 letters, 3 goals. All set up by Kaliers. Nobody up to challenge him. LJ so late to the play, and nothing you can do if you're first killer. TRK bangs it off the post.
That's a disgusting shot. Placement personified. TRK stepping up. Thought he had a pretty quiet Birmingham major. Certainly thought in the top 25 in my own predictions that he'd have a better performance than he did, but we know the quality of that individual.
Wasn't that long ago we were talking about him being in the conversation.
Top 3.
Best players in the world, right? It's probably a step back or two, but you know he's still got that in him. He's off to a great start so far.
Yeah, it was the Yan TRK discussion for a long time. Zen joined the ranks as well. This man, First Killer, is always up on everyone's list. Doesn't matter where he goes, he seems timeless. His mechanics, his skill, always stepping up. He had a great day one, but he needs to find something here. Falcons all over them now. 2-goal lead still, 90 seconds left.
Chronic gonna let Roas carry it. Ross happy to have a date with the crossbar. Don't need that 4th goal, but there is some time left here for ultimates. Chronic trying to find a seam. First Killer back pass to LJ. Wasn't able to get power. First Killer landed on the ball, and that'll help ultimates keep control.
Yeah, FK scoops up boost. They can reset the attack here. Transition defense into offense. Clears, finds a close touch straight to FK. Looks for 2. Can't quite find the second, but does grab the dunk. Clears is in trouble. First Killer just couldn't get one extra over the top, and Falcons have done well. Just killed 30 seconds off the clock. Ultimates still need 2. Just struggling to keep the ball in this blue end.
They can do here, though. LJ has First Killer underneath. He gets over that. Chronic was actually the one he's looking for. Double tap, but taken away. Save credited to TRK.
Yeah, that's what we saw from Ultimates yesterday. Beautiful defense from Falcons. The skim comes through. LJ this time not ready, and ball not on target. But Ultimates starting to cook. The pressure is mounting on Falcons. Just over 30 seconds. First Killer off the roof. TRK trying to slow it down. Couple of wall dashes for good measure. There's the 50 middle. Anyone there? TRK first. Poor touch. Open net. Missed. LJ secures it. Almost disaster class from Ultimates.
Pretty rare if you miss that shot there that you're going to get another chance at it. Luckily for Chronic, LJ was there. You did have to hit it on that side, but the net was open for him. LJ there to clean it up. And, you know, Ultimates, it might take them a while to score sometimes, but they can do it in bunches. 24.
You know the shot's really wide when it doesn't even bounce in off the post, but luckily enough, 20 seconds. Can they find one more? Can they produce magic against the MENA #1 seed? That's a beautiful touch. The demo. Oh, help, it's got to be wide open. It just has to fall in. Ultimates. They keep answering, they keep responding.
It's an explosive offense. They don't need a lot of time. They just need one chance at the ball. First Killer had the demo to clear the space. You called it out, CJ. And just like that, Falcons control this entire game, and it all falls apart in the final 30 seconds.
Felt really sloppy from Falcons. Thought they would have been able to lock that down for sure, but one demo opened it up. Can Rawas answer back? Beautiful pass across. Clears with space, with boost, with time on ball. Finds the pop. LJ there dodges the bump. I think we're going to head to overtime unless he can keep it up to Chronic. First Killer is a long way back. I don't think Falcons are looking to keep this in the air.
Oh, he couldn't stretch to it. Falcons actually want to return fire. Drop straight down. Ultimates won't let them through. OT game 1. All right.
There we go. OT. Ultimates out of nowhere. Thought it was going to be a Falcons 1-0 for sure. Have won the kickoff. TRK looks for 2. Finds 2. First Killer regulation save. Able to scoop across to LJ. There's the link up play. It's a ripping shot. Rawas deflects.
That was a heater. Falcons somehow keep it out. Roas denied by LJ. First Killer immediately up for it. How does he break through? Bumped him back. LJ turning back around. Falcons winning the touch. TRK already 3 goals in the game. Looking for his 4th, but denied in the corner. His Ultimates size it up with another clear.
Ultimates with the momentum. Rawas with the clear. TRK already up. Has a beautiful reset, but he just doesn't get back to the ball. He has faked LJ. 50 comes through. Ultimates will get out of jail, but they've lost their corner boost. Clears can keep it on. He's looking for 2. First Killer has to make the touch. They're very low in the tank. It's just this man, LJ, has to get them out of danger. Does well. He buys him a little bit of time, but Rawas is looking. He's looking threatening. The deflection off the bar. Clears house the shot. It's fantastic, but it's not in.
Chronic kept it out. The post, it looked like the bounce was going in. Chronic was there to cover. And First Killer was getting harassed in the net as well. Falcons have not conceded possession. LJ, too hard of a touch. Easily taken away by Clears. Chronic scoops it up from underneath him. Last back, no boost. Needs something desperate. LJ gives it.
Yeah, they're just clearing the ball, though. They're really in trouble with boost. You can see LJ has to go all the way back. That's not going to spawn for him in time, so he's still going to be low. 36 to his name. Here's Chronic. Needs to buy enough time. You can see First Killer creating space with the bumps as well. Falcons getting so close together in the midfield. But this has been a really dominated by Falcons so far, the 90 seconds of this overtime.
Well, TRK had to make up for that missed challenge at the front, but Clears delos through one on the 50. TRK just a little high. Roll-off, where is he? First Killer was ready for him. TRK across, he stole the corner boost, but nobody decided to go. Clears was there, but pulled off, maybe thought something else was gonna happen. Now Ultimates want to punish, but Roas is ready for it off the crossbar. First Killer will try to keep this one going for Ultimates. Falcons barely avoid the bump and get the clear.
LJ looks on. Like the way he's moving at the moment. Scoots up that back corner. We can see more demos coming through. Falcons yet to really get their demo game going. It has been more on the Ultimate side of things. It's First Killer. Looks to control. See how close Falcons sit right next to each other as Chronic just got himself a bit awkward. It's a big mistake. It's not in though. That should have been it.
He had to stretch for it. He couldn't get to it. Falcons realized it mid-stride as they tried to get the clear, tried to adjust, and then he adjusted a little too much to the top. Falcons still won't let go of the ball though, CJ.
There's TRK, loses the 50. The wall dash will help LJ get to the ball. Another demo. Means it's just Khalir's for now. Chronic just needs to be careful of where he puts this ball. First Killer with 0 boost, still so quick.
Whoa.
We're in a touch of an awkward spot. LJ has boost, but he is just at landing off that corner of the post. Has to be ready, and how well did he do? I mean, in the situation.
That's probably as perfect as you could ask for. Now he's trying for a bump. Ross saw him the whole way. The fact that 50 went nowhere, I think that would have been a dangerous ball because LJ's had to buy plenty of time. Chronic has a demo on the back end, but Falcons still have the ball. Ross, quick hit over First Killer. Falcons just can't seem to do enough to actually break down this Ultimate's defense, and it's been 3 minutes plus here on the orange half.
Watch out for the bumps. LJ's in an awkward spot. Chronic bails them out, but still, Ultimates have found boost at a premium at the moment. It's been all Falcons dominating the field position. That's off the bar. He won't be able to get back. Shot on, shot in. Roas calls game.
From the ceiling to the floor, Roas finds goal through the goal, and Ultimates, it was just too much. A perfect read coming down off the back wall, and that struggle is continuing with Ultimates down 1 game. And on Forbidden Temple, we are finally underway here with game number 2. We'll see if they can tie this one up.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get more than 10 seconds into this one. Roas gets dusted. Chronic right there. Khalir's early touch, and Falcons having to play defense off the rip, off the tech pause. Oh, First Killer almost had 2. In the end, he went for the fake. This is going to be huge for Ultimates to start well. They were looking shaky early. It was all Falcons in game 1, and it was nearly all Falcons again in game 2, but Ultimates keep it out.
Chronic up early for this passing play and forces the save. Not too hard for Khalir's to make it work. TRK dumps it out. I think this is where the key is for Ultimates. You actually have to hold the ball here and actually start starving Falcons out, something they weren't able to do in game 1.
TRK with the pop, no boost. First Killer happy to take the 50. Knows he has space off the wall. See if Ultimates can keep pressure on. Get this ball in the blue half. First Killer's going to leave this one. Chronic on now. Falcons, we know how close they like to sit next to each other. It looks scary in the defensive corner, but they are making it work for now. The mechanics getting themselves out of trouble, and they are positioning not ideally, and that's a huge bump. It's a huge step. It's a beautiful shot from Khalir's 1-0.
Oh, that's why they sit so close. They see Khalir's in front, and they know he's about to dust him. The first flick into the demo, into the pop shot. I mean, come on. Khalir's at the front and steady. 1-0 for Falcons, and Ultimates have no answer.
Bit of brute force from Falcons. 1-0. Great start. 1 minute into game 2. Ultimates have had the better of these kickoffs, and LJ with space. Can he answer right back? He's looking for the air drag. Khalir's has to hop off the backboard. TRK first on the scene. Beautiful 50. Able to force the ball forward. And feels like Ultimates more often than not, Jorby, are choosing to back off rather than fight fire with fire. And I'm not sure if it's playing into their hands. Falcons with a lot of room to breathe.
You lose command of the pitch and you don't feel like you have any authority to actually move forward, take that next challenge. It almost feels like you're overextending. When you're losing that boost battle, even right there, Chronic not liking what he saw, lets First Killer take it instead, but Chronic already had his car turned around, ready for Falcons to clear it right back.
Yeah, and that's what you see. What's the first move you make? Chronic choosing to back off instead of going at the ball. Here's a free shot for Khalir. Throws it across, not on target. I mean, LJ had free possession, but he's given it up as well. This is really well played so far from Falcons. They are dominating this midfield. First Killer's getting dusted to the ball as well. They're scrambling Ultimates, but it's not the gameplay they want to be playing.
Just a chance for LJ. He only has 18. He just decides to full bore himself into the ball. I remember First Killer, after their game against Carmine Corp yesterday, he said, you know, usually we were just going one at a time, trying to force a ball, trying to force a play, not thinking creatively. And it feels like they're getting locked into that same mentality right now, where there's just not a lot of creativity from Ultimates when they get this ball. They finally have a little bit of possession, but they keep running into the wall, the Falcons.
Yeah, running into this guy, Rawas, the best goalkeeper in the world, and that goal line defense is huge. They're not finding a demo on last man. They need some close passes or removing their third on Falcons. LJ with a nice beat, first killer with a chance, with a shot. He's got a fake for Craig. That's better, that's beautiful. 1-1.
You ask for creativity, you get a little bit of creativity. First killer threatens the shot, just drops down, opens the space for Chronic, who still has to place it underneath Rawas, and finds the seam. Ultimate's exactly what the doctor ordered.
You just can't be too direct against Falcons. You have to have that extra touch, as we mentioned, of the demo on third. That time, it was the fake on the shot. Beautiful call from first killer. Fantastic play from Chronic. Great positioning. Found their way back in. Have liked the past 30 seconds from Ultimates. Able to keep some pressure on. More often than not, they've been in this position though, and that is going to almost find the back of the net. Still 1-1. They survive.
I think the woodwork has seen more action this weekend than maybe the last few events combined. Feels like every single shot is off the post and in, off the bar and out. Either way, LJ's support gets demoed. Rawas takes first killer out. Falcons holding on here. Got the reset underneath one. First killer. Give a little bit of space back to Ultimate. Looking for the boost steals, looking for control. LJ just punting the ball in the back wall. Now just gave Falcons a free chance out.
Still midfield game dominated by Falcons. You can see Chronic backing off second man. They want to help out the net, but it is tricky having to defend the goal line. Here it is again. There's a shot on. Please, it's a nice shot too. First killer's been caught out. I thought he would have had to save Jorby, but the shot was too good.
Have to see that from first killer's perspective. We'll get the wider angle on it. You see him angled up, and it's too late. He's looking at LJ, and yeah, like you said, you just can't get back down in time. Even if he had boost, his car's turned completely sideways.
Yeah, low boost, and he's just too high on the backboard. Didn't quite see that shot. Could have been back post. Fantastic placement though from Killers. Here's Rawas with the lead now, just over a minute. Falcons very happy with how this series has gone so far. That 50's awkward, LJ. Nicely enough on the goal line, but I'm not quite seeing the aggression until... I'd love to see Ultimate's Jobby play the same when the scores are level than when they're behind. When they play like this, when they are behind, they're so aggressive and they're finding opportunities just like that.
And LJ was at the center of all of it here. Chronic sets it up beautifully, forces that touch out of Rawas, and look at first killer's touch and the threat on the bump on TRK. Has to avoid him. Kaliers almost makes a play there. LJ had to be perfect with his placement. Ultimates playing it well and keeping in stride with Falcons.
Yeah, you can create the opportunity, but you still have to finish, and that shot was perfect from LJ. 2-2. As I said, I want to see Ultimates play the same when they're in this position. When they feel like you need to score, take it up to Falcons. When they're really passive in the midfield, it's really working into TRK's hands. Instant response. Falcons say, no thank you.
You threaded the needle on this pass. LJ with a touch out, but look at TRK beat LJ on the give and go. And Falcons have a response to every single question Ultimates ask.
Yeah, Chronic was back post, but he didn't really think he had to help out. The shot was that good. It was just, as he said, it was awkward for the Ultimates defense. All three of them there couldn't get it. Here's LJ again. We need more magic from Ultimates. We saw it in game one. They tied it up. They forced overtime. They need to do it again with 30 on the clock.
LJ waiting in the corner. He's got that boost as well. First killer forced back. TRK just lets it go. First killer pumps it high. It does keep Falcons on the ground. LJ was ready for it. Quick pass, and the shot's denied. They will lose a little bit of boost out of it. Chronic hoping to find first killer. Kaliers stuffs him at the line. LJ stuffs him at the third. TRK has to hold the ball now and just hold the lead. And you've got a 2-game lead on the Ultimates. It bounces on the ground, almost on the ramp. Falcons one more from the playoffs.
Ultimates get their first win on the board.
Now we're here at Shogun Stadium. We'll see if Falcons can close this one out. Ultimates, they have it in them, and they stop the mistakes and get that off the post and in. LJ chasing it down as well. Gets back downfield. T-Bay said, what was this going to go? About 5?
About 5.
Ultimate's got to get it going here. First killer up.
Yeah, if we want this to go about the distance, we need to see Ultimate step up. As we said, the defense needs to be better. Kaliers throws it down. First killer awkward on the catch, just caught himself a little bit too quick for his own good there. Here's Rawas with space, reset, goes for the fake instead, finds the 50. Ultimate's in an awkward spot front post. LJ low boost, just wants to go for a low 50. And that gives enough time, really well played. At least first killer can grab boost, but still losing pressure. The fakes are coming through. They're making Ultimates awkward, and not in the net just yet.
I feel like that was a dangerous position for first killer. It's not over either. Nice challenge. He scooped that ball right out of Kaliers. undercarriage. LJ gets the midfield boost. Chronic going back to support. LJ drops underneath, wants that bump. The first killer, he's gonna wait in the midfield line, try to steal it away. Kalir says, fine, go chase it down. He gets bumped right back. Chronic has to come into support. It looks like Falcons still in control, even though it looked like Ultimates had a push there. And Falcons find a way to squeeze it out. Kalirs again finds a goal.
It's looking easy for Falcons. Look how much space. TRK could just leave this ball right for Rawas. He throws the fake. And there he is. Killers with the shot, with the goal. And that is as easy as you like, transitioning defense to offense. They're on a roll right now.
Ultimates continuing their deficit against Falcons in each of these 3 games. Chronic, a little skipper he's got to chase down. Empty the tank for it. First killer up quickly, off the ceiling. And a bump as well from Chronic, but still, there's always another defender out safety into the corner.
Yeah, what a rotation. Just cut underneath. First killer wasn't ready. And that is oh, the pass was fantastic. Chronic save even better. That was nearly ridiculous off the flick as Rawas almost finds the net. Looks like Falcons are really stepping up. They're getting better and better. This is scary. That shot is ridiculous. First killer up, read it. Can he find the pancake perhaps? The Devo not to be. It's LJ. Oh, it's a big mistake. TRK near post just lets it go past him.
No pancakes, but a waffle straight out of the griddle. First killer to touch out, makes the first man miss, and then a giveaway from Kalirs. TRK can't recover in time. Ultimates will absolutely take it.
Yeah, TRK was near post, but he probably wasn't expecting that touch from his teammate. That's a freebie. We mentioned before, Falcons not really giving up those type of goals, but a big mistake could let Ultimates back into this one.
And Ultimates in that same position that you keep talking about.
Now it's 1-1.
You see the offense come out when they're down, but can they actually have that same form, that same type of energy in a tie game and actually take a lead in one of these games and not have a loose ball almost going right back into your net? Double tap denied. Kalirs is looking for it. Rawas drops it down. TRK's late to the play, and it was wide. LJ had it covered.
Oh, what a great save from first killer. He was awkward. He popped it up. He parried it to the crossbar. Came out of near post to watch the double. Ultimates keeping themselves in. This is a reset. It's a fake instead. It's a triple fake. TRK with a shot. Saves off the bar. Took 2 of Ultimates, and LJ can drag it down the other end.
It's too long to develop. Now LJ hits him with the counterattack. That backboard is not easy to punch through on the blue side. Kalirs sizes up the 50, does what he can on 0 boost, but Ultimates send the cannon right back to sender.
Rawas looks for a 50. You can see the demos. First killer does well with low boost. Chronic stays on ball. Removed from the pitch. His first killer wants to get involved. Knows LJ's behind with boost. It'll be a free touch instead for Chronic, but he's given up possession. Luckily enough, TRK with no boost. Ultimates will be happy with that ball. Oh, he's safe enough. LJ, nice catch. Won't get 2 on it. Finds his demo. First killer has space now. Minute 40 on the clock. Ultimates have to get going right here, right now. This is a great offensive set. There's a chance. But the demo relieves all kinds of pressure and is walking down the other end. 2-1. Falcons. Well, they said, don't try us.
Chronic got exposed. He was just lazily driving to the other side of the field in the attacking third. And there was a face full of Falcon that he got unexpectedly from him. And Ultimates get punished for it. Chronic, unfortunately for him now, Ultimates have to find a way back in.
It's such a crucial role when you have the dynamic duo, the 1-2 punch, FK, LJ. You have to make sure you're not getting removed from the pitch down the other end. Chronic gets caught out, unfortunately, but that's a great touch. This could be a great response. He goes to low 50 fake for first killer. Top ends, misses.
That one at least has to be on target. Couldn't have sauced it up better. LJ tries to bump. Somehow Kalirs just stays on his wheels on the wall. Rawas also getting harassed from behind. Ultimates are trying everything they can to shake Falcons off this ball. But the rock will not leave the Falcon. Up high, Ultimates looking for it again. Chronic, can he get a little bit of redemption after the demo? It's across the wall, no boost. He's forced to concede. First killer back flipping into it, and everyone's still retreating on Ultimates, but they're going to be first to the ball. Chronic, the next catch, has one more chance for first killer on the wing. Pre-jumped it, Chronic took the shot himself underneath. LJ shot wide, and everyone has to turn tail.
Oh, they're just allergic to putting the ball on there right now, Ultimates. 35 on the clock. Chronic trying to get the ball in, 50 boost. He wants to go across. Instead, it's a fake to LJ. Just had to back up for a moment, but he does have space. There's a reset coming through. It's a bump instead. Underneath was first killer as Chronic has to trail back. They're playing with fire Ultimates, but they have to push. 20 seconds from getting swept.
Looking for anything here at the end. But Ultimates have been denied, and the ball's just hanging around in their half. 10 seconds. First killer loses the ball. Oh, Chronic. Puck puts it across. LJ steals the or takes his own boost. First killer comes across. No time left. Gonna have to keep this ball in the air. First killer tries the musty across. That's too hard and too close to clears. Falcons 3-0 revenge on Ultimates from Birmingham and take the dub.